Kate here with Brewer Media Group. Today I have here the Chattanooga Symphony and Opera, and I also have their musical director, Ilya.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I am great. How are you?
I am wonderful, but I'm so excited for what you guys got going on. Okay, let me get into it. So just a few days into March, we are already gearing up for a cool event. Women's International Day is this weekend, and in honor of that, I hear you all at the Chattanooga Symphony and Opera are putting on a wonderful show. Tell me more about it.
We are. So this is probably the only concert this year that I had a chance to really program and put together. And because the just opportunity came up that it's Women's History Month and it's International Women's Day on March 8th, I thought, well, we want to do something a bit more poppy, and I like film music, but why not just do a bit more focus on female leads and, more importantly, female film composers that are mostly behind the scenes and nobody knows about. And you probably heard most of this music anyway. You just don't know.
Oh my gosh, I love that. First thing that comes to mind is like Bridgerton theme music. I don't know why.
So that has actually been done by a guy.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I don't know what that came into my head, but sorry.
I know why, but yeah.
This concert celebrates International Women's Day. Now, in addition, can you expand more on how you guys are going to highlight those female composers?
Yeah, absolutely. So like I said, part of what and I had this conversation with a colleague as well, like, yeah, well, you are conducting the concert and you are not a female. And I'm like, yes, that is part of the point. I'm in a place where I want to make sure that this is highlighted enough so it's not just a point that we're trying to make, but we're trying to normalize that conversation around this. So I explicitly didn't want to just do female composers, but I wanted to make sure that it's highlighted through the fact that most of the program is either really composed by female.
Yes.
I also, at least from my perspective, I don't know enough about this subject, so I turned to a friend who is one of the leaders of the Association for Women Film Composers, who is a friend of mine, and I asked her, well, I need your help programming this. I don't want to do things that I don't know about, so please help me. So she put together a fantastic program, which we worked together to do something that I think doesn't just highlight female composers that are all either award winners, Oscar winners. We have just a wonderful list, but also I wanted to make sure that I wasn't the only person on the podium. So we have Alison Leibowitz, who is narrating and moderating and interviewing me and sort of being a part of that process. So there will be some actual female presence leading the concert and not just me standing there.
Oh, that would be amazing. Oh, my goodness. Now, in the performance, you guys have featured music from films such as Frozen, Encanto, and Star Trek.
Oh, yeah.
How were these pieces picked?
So it really was a work together with Essen that went two ways. One, we were looking for big hits, things that people will recognize and want to come listen to and probably know the music. And then basically, very, very openly, she sent me a list of music and I was just like going through it and like, this is great, this I like, this I want to play. And we just put it together. And it's all great music. It's all things that you know, films that you love. Some of it you might have not heard explicitly. You might have seen the film and not thought about the music. Yeah. But I guarantee that if you watch that film without the music, you will be bored to death.
Now, with you and Allison partnering up in a sense, what twist are you guys going to add, or what feature are you guys going to add to really interpret the music and these International Women's Day all in one to the audience?
Yeah. So one, I think it's very important, and this is probably like the easiest aspect of it, to talk about the program. Like we want to highlight what the program actually is and sort of go through the list and say, this is what these women have accomplished and achieved. It is great music. Now you know it. So this is the easiest aspect of it. And the other aspect is we're really just going to go into talking about why we picked all of these different pieces. Again, going into highlighting the narratives. So again, if you look at the list, like it's not just female composer. Like we have Rachel Portman and we have Essen and Hildur Gunnadóttir. Hildur is an Oscar winner and Rachel Portman as well. But we also have things like by Mahler, and we have the music from Barbie and Wicked, who were composed by male composers. However, it is a female perspective. It's either a female-led film, character-wise, director, or just female narratives and stories that is part of what Alison and I are going to just touch when she's moderating the concert.
Now, will there be costumes?
There will be a lot of shiny things. I actually talked to Alison about what we're going to wear for the concert, and she's like, I got the perfect suit for this. Like, great, it goes well with my shoes. So I don't know if straight up costumes, but there will be pre-concert talk and some popcorn and some really lively stuff if you want to come before the show. And on the show, we will do some shiny things. So there will be some glamour involved.
We wouldn't have it any other way,
No,
right?
not at all. If you can't shine and glitter, then it's not a film concert.
Okay. Now, for someone who may not usually attend symphony concerts or operas, why is this a perfect event for them to check out?
So I am very much down to, if you like music generally, any concert is good for you. I know, and I've been on the other side of it, classical music and classical music concerts are usually perceived in a very specific way, and it's fine. And if you're not a person that really enjoys that experience, I'm very happy to talk to you about this. But more than anything, it is just a concert, and it's like if you've liked music, which I imagine anybody does, then any opportunity to see and feel that live is a very different experience than watching it through a screen. And this is exactly the type of thing where it's like, it's not something that you have to feel that if you haven't been educated for a gazillion years on all the nuances of classical music, which I also think is a bit of an issue and also does not have to be in order to enjoy music. This is a perfect opportunity to just get that foot in the door and feel like, great, so this is music from film. I like film.
Yes.
But also there are some things here that will immediately connect you to our either main classical season, other pops music, or just starting to have that conversation about, well, if you like this, then this might be the way for you to keep developing that taste if you'd like. If not, that's great. Stick with movies. I love movies. That's where I came up from. But I think always having that conversation is a good place to start, and you can't have that conversation if you're not there to have it.
No, that's true. I've been to probably like a couple, and I will say, even if you have never been to one, after going to your first one, no matter what kind it is, you're like hooked.
Yeah. It's an emotional look. And again, I think concerts are an emotional experience, whether it's an emotional experience that you come out happy or an emotional experience you come out, I'm never coming back to this. But you feel something and it's great. And I think even wanting to go to feel that level of anger, which I have had in a lot of concerts in my life, it's great. It's something that you want to come. You don't have that opportunity to feel as much openly. And I think concerts are a great way to do that with other people that will just share that experience with you. Whether you end up getting hooked and wanting to have more, fantastic. I'm down for that. If this was your one concert experience that you hated, then we can talk about this. But I'm glad that you felt something.
They better not hate it with that shiny suit we're expecting.
No, I'm just curving balls here. But I really do think that there's a lot of ways to get hooked into classical music, or music in general. Classical is just a tiny aspect of it. What we do is to try and offer that emotional experience live.
Now, Ilya, personally for you, from beginning to end, throughout all the rehearsals, how would you describe this program in 3 words? Or what 3 words would you use to describe this program?
That's a good question. Lights, camera, action.
Too easy.
I know. Sorry.
Well, I'm excited. Now, as for you, what has been your biggest takeaway? Not only doing something innovative and unique with International Women's Day, what other takeaways have you had personally? And also, do you expect or hope that the audience will take away?
So, part of what I absolutely love about programming exactly this type of music is that it opens your palate and your mind to music you don't know but feel very comfortable with. So one of the things that really pushes a lot of people back from classical concerts, also people that regularly go to concert, is that they don't know the composer or they don't know the piece of music. It feels and looks unfamiliar. And my love and goal, especially with this type of programming, is to say, you might not know the title, but you know the music, you like it. It's like going, my immediate metaphor is always food. And like, you might not know that name of that dish, but you actually know what it tastes like or have had something similar in your life. So if you're willing to try it, you're probably going to like it. It might not be exactly what you remember from like when your mom cooked it, or like that spaghetti bolognese is not exactly the same in Bologna, and it's not exactly the same in Naples, and it's not the same in Chattanooga, but you know what it should sort of taste like and are familiar with it. Yeah. And we're just here to either elevate it or present a different aspect of it, like any good chef will try and do.
Well, I'm excited to taste this musical selection this weekend. And hopefully you are too. Chattanooga is going to happen this Saturday at what time?
7:30 at the Walker Auditorium.
Yes. Tickets are still available. Right?
Absolutely.
Okay, and they can find that on you guys' website. And we'll also have a link on our website, power94.com, as well as g93.com. All right, Chattanooga. Thank you, Ilya, for coming out to speak with me. I am so excited to see what you guys have going on this weekend. And congratulations for putting it on.
Thank you. It's going to be a great concert. I am very, very proud of it and very excited to conduct it.
All right, you heard all that, Chattanooga. Come on out this Saturday. It's Zainab K here with Brewer Media Group. I hope you have a good day.